If you're looking for a good quality looper that's under $70, has dual foot switches, lots of functionality, and 40 looper locations and more, you might want to take a look at the XS-02 from Yuer. Welcome back, I'm Tony, and I'm what you'd call looper curious. I'm not a super duper looper user, so, I use them, I have fun with them. I find them really good for the creative process. Like if I come up with a riff and I'm like, ooh, let's see what I can put with that. It's nice to just put that on a loop and, keep playing. Hey, and what's good about this one is it actually stores it and then you can download it to your computer. So that's pretty cool. Yuer recently approached me and asked me if I'd be interested in reviewing this. So I said, yeah, let's go take a look at it. I found with these dual foot switches on here, it definitely does make it intuitive to use. Well, let me give you some of the specs. This is a stereo looper, so it has stereo in and stereo out. Excellent sound quality with 44.1 kilohertz 16-bit, 40 looper storage locations, 4 minutes per position, so that's pretty cool. You can pretty much do a whole song with that. So that means that each one of the 40 positions on here, you can go up to 4 minutes with, so that's cool. 160 minutes total recording time, controls for looper control, position, volume level, fade out time, 2 multi-function foot switches, color LCD display, and I'm going to tell you that display does make things a lot easier. I've worked with loopers where it's like there's just not very much information, so that's helpful. A full color light bar to let you know where your operating status and track length is. It's got an aluminum housing, USB-C port for importing and exporting audio files. It's not battery capable. You're going to have to use a 9-volt adapter. And it does include a USB-C to USB-A cable. Like I said, I'm not a super duper looper user, but I do my best. Well, let's go ahead and try to give you a demo on this. All right, super simple setup here. I've got the Vailton GP50 as my effects unit. Of course, we've got the looper right here. I'm using a Spark Mini just as a monitor, so that's what the looper is going out to. I can go through the different memory slots. When there's one that's stored, it's going to flash, and then if you hit this, it'll play it back. And then we'll just go back over here to 4 where it's empty. I have the fade out turned off, and I have once turned off. If it's on once, it'll just play once through and then stop. If you have the fade out turned on, when you do stop it, it'll fade out. If you want to switch through those, all you have to do is hit that to switch through them, and you can turn it on or off, 1 second, all that kind of stuff. Up to 5 seconds. And if you want to turn that on for once, you can do that, but we're just going to do that. Hit that right there, and you can scroll through those. So I'm going to start off with a clean preset on the GP50, and we'll record that. And to do that, we're just going to hit this button once. Hit that again. So you notice that it went purple. That means it was recording actually the next phrase. And now that I stopped it with this button, it's blinking, so it's telling me that there is something recorded, and it can be played back if I hit this one again. It plays back, and you'll notice that the blue bar that was going across the top there, I haven't put the rubber feet on here yet, or else it would stop moving. And of course, I got to do this because I've got a camera right here. But you'll notice that that blue line was going across. It's a progress bar. So now we've got that blinking like that. I'm going to switch this to the EVH riff, which sounds like this. So now what we're going to do is hit this again. Now, if I'm unhappy with that, while this is playing, I can hit this, and it blinks like that. It should have deleted that track, so let's see if it did. And it did, so there we go. So if we want to make another attempt, pretty cool. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and pause that. Then if I wanted to add another layer to it, well, we'll just do that. But see, therein lies my only real gripe with it, is that if I mistakenly recorded 2 more layers, I can't go back 2 layers as far as I can tell and delete that mess up that I made on there. So if you wanted to redo it completely, you would just hold down this button right here and it says, are you sure you want to delete that? And we'll just go, yep. And now that is empty. So let's just try it again. We're going to go back to Twin Clean. All right, so I'm just starting this from the pause state right here. Okay, we'll turn that off and it's going to play it back. There we go. Now I can take this and plug it into my computer and pull that actual audio file off of here, or I can add stuff on here. So if I had a whole set list, I could put all the songs on here that I need to put on here and, you know, the loops of them, and then I can just play along with them. What I didn't do was save the messed up version of it, but what I'm going to do is take this upstairs and pull that file off of there that I just did. It shows up just like a hard drive, and I'll just pull that file off of there. So I remember the first time I actually really paid attention to somebody using a looper, and it was on a cruise in a bar, and he was doing all kinds of different genres of music and stuff. I was like, how are you doing all that? And he's like, oh yeah, this little looper. It was a very simple looper. It was nothing like this, but he was able to do all that. So with this, if you were doing a gig, you could actually record, you know, most of the parts, everything but your guitar, and put them in here by using it as a hard drive on your computer, and then you'd have 40 different songs that you could play along with, or you could sit there and do it on the fly. I'm not that good at loopers yet, so I'm working on it, but I've seen people in a bar with just the guitar doing everything, doing the, you know, doing some rhythm and stuff on the guitar, and they do a good job with that. So I don't know, maybe one day, maybe one day. From what I can tell, this is primarily available on like Temu and AliExpress, but I have seen it on sites like Thomann. So yeah, it's out there if you're looking for it. I'll go ahead and drop a link down in the description so you can check it out for yourself. But yeah, as far as loopers go, under 70 bucks, that's pretty nice. Thomann, by the way, has it listed at $63, and I've seen it as low as $35 on AliExpress. So that is the Yuer XS-02 looper pedal. Likes, comments, shares, subscriptions, always very important to my channel. So if you like what you see, hit the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, there's a red subscribe button down there, notification bell, click both of those. You get notifications when I upload new videos. I just want to thank you so much for your support here on the channel. You are awesome, and that's going to do it for this episode. We'll catch you next time on the Vapor Trail channel.